Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network. Always a happy guy. Happy to see you start right like this. You are such a good guy, rolling with the punches. Kevin Richardson, our hypnotherapist. And, there's over 145 ways, or 145. I'm sure there'll be more eventually, that hypnotherapy can help you with. And our doctor friend, Kevin Richardson's here to talk about the work he does and how hypnotherapy can really help you make a difference in so many different ways. So welcome. How are you, Kevin?
Good morning. Good morning. It's a beautiful morning.
Yes, it
So,
is. Pleasure to have you here. Off the top, tell us your website, how we can reach out to you.
well, it is www.kevinrichardsontherapy.com. My email is kevinrichardsontherapy@gmail.com. Is that it? And my phone number is 760-902-2274. So
Beautiful.
thank you. Thank you.
Great. So please tell us today the area of focus. Are we going to talk about all 145 ways?
Oh, I thought we would go one by one. No. I was kind of thinking over the weekend, oh my God, what a dangerous thing to do, is to be thinking. We've just got so much going on in the world today. With COVID, anxiety from COVID, the different viewpoints about the vaccinations, and then we've got the Ukraine.
Yeah.
And it seems like anxiety levels are going up. Frustration levels are going up. And people are just having difficulty coping with everything that's going on. And so looking over hypnotherapy and kind of talking about hypnosis, what can it do for you? How can it help you? Well, yes, we've got 145 ways that hypnotherapy might help you. But really, hypnosis is a focused relaxation technique. It's a technique to help bring you a focused, intense relaxation. And then also we get into the subconscious and we can change the unknowns into knowns. Now, what are unknowns? Unknowns are those things that we avoid, that we move away from. The knowns are the things that we move towards, that we like. And so anxiety, fears, they all seem to be kind of escalating right now. And people are it just seems that people are kind of getting real tired of this COVID thing. And I think they're just really wanting it to be over. And so we're kind of seeing the anxiety from COVID. We're seeing the fear of COVID. We're kind of seeing the fear of vaccinations. And they seem to be escalating. And I was really thinking, hypnosis can really help with that. How? Mm-hmm. Well, it can help bring down the anxiety levels and the frustration levels, number one, and bring us more back to center, help to center us, help to ground us. It can help with aggression. Mm-hmm. And boy, are we seeing that, with all the unruly passengers on planes. And there's probably nothing more scarier than to be 35,000 feet and you're soaring at 35,000 feet and someone's trying to open the door.
Yeah, true.
That would be pretty anxious provoking, anxiety provoking.
For sure.
So, hypnotherapy can help with that. hypnotherapy can help with the increased anxieties. Now, how we do it? Again, it's through focused relaxation and helping folks to ground. I know for myself, I do self hypnosis every day. It is just my time, it is for me, and it really helps to ground me and helps me to figure out what's important for that day and what's important in the world. And yes, things still happen, and yes, things still go on. However, um, through hypnosis, it can help to give you a different perspective on life. Now, how does that happen? It's like I can just see the questions like, how does it give me a different perspective on life? It helps to open your subconscious, and it helps to expand your knowns, the things that you're attracted to, the things that you're willing to be attracted to. And we've talked at length about fear of falling. And that falls into the fears. You have the fear of success. We have people that are just afraid to succeed. They try so hard and they try so hard, but yet they still sabotage themselves. Hypnosis can help with that. Fear of heights, fear of dentists. So the whole classification of fears and everything that goes into that, hypnosis can help with. Now, what do? We help you to desensitize your sensitivity to that fear. So it's just, hypnosis just can help. It can just help. It's so funny. I just went blank.
It's all right. It happens. Oh, I hypnotized you for a second there.
Yeah, I was looking into your eyes and I became hypnotized. So it, oh, how funny. But we were talking about fears, and we were talking about what's going on in the world today. And we were talking about how people's anxiety and fears are just escalating. And this is where hypnosis can help you manage your fear and help you manage your anxiety. So there's just, I would say, call your hypnotist right away, book an appointment, give me a call, and let's get started. The time is now.
Yeah.
The other thought that came across my mind this week is, what's the one thing we can do every day that will make our life easier? What is the one thing? And everybody's got a different answer to that question. And if you're having challenges with saying, well, what is that one thing that I could do that make my life easier? Hypnosis can help you with that. It can help you to identify and to help you focus your life. It can help you get you into a direction that you want to be going. What is the one thing? It's the thing that is going to, that one activity that's going to help you achieve the rest of your goals that you want to achieve. And that's different for everyone. Everyone has a different goal that they want to achieve. And so asking that question, what is the one thing? It's a very personal question. And everyone has a different answer. And if you're finding that, oh my God, I don't know, hypnotherapy can help you. It can help you by opening the subconscious mind, and the subconscious, we can talk to the subconscious and it can talk to us through hypnosis. Oh no. And using different techniques, a hypnotherapist can get down to the subconscious and help you identify what the subconscious wants to achieve. And it will tell you how it does. It knows how. They'll tell you. So the subconscious is like 88% of our total mind. I mean, it's huge. So there's a lot of information in the subconscious that sometimes we can access and sometimes we can't, but your hypnotherapist can help you access it and can help you identify the path and the pathways that you want to take to achieve your goal. So what's the one thing? If you don't know the answer, give me a call. We'll find out together.
I love it.
Other things. I was talking to my brother over the weekend, and he's having sleep issues. He's having insomnia. And believe it or not, hypnosis can help with that. And it can help you with insomnia. Typically with insomnia, it's such a complex event. And different people have different reasons for waking up in the night. It could be that the brain just doesn't stop. It could be that you're just thinking about worrying about things. But hypnosis can help you quiet the brain. It can help you quiet your mind, help you learn techniques to fall asleep. It's just something that can help you. Immune system, that's another area. We do use hypnosis with folks that have cancer. And it has helped in various techniques in various ways. And I've worked with a cancer patient who was having blood issues, and through hypnosis, we noticed that after several sessions of hypnosis, his blood count came up, his red blood count came up. Now, I can't say hypnosis did that. It could be other factors involved with that. However, it just seems coincidental that when we started using hypnosis, blood levels were really low. We started working with hypnosis and worked with it for several sessions, and the blood levels came up. The red blood levels came up. So, kind of delaying the need for a transfusion. So it's interesting that factor was there. So it does seem to help. One that I find really interesting is warts. Hypnosis seems to help with warts. That one I'm still researching. That one I'm still looking into. But that seems to be one of the areas that it helps with. If you're always running late, tardiness, or procrastination, these types of things, you just can't seem to get anything done. I'm working with a client now who has procrastination issues. And after 3 sessions, he was saying, wow, I'm doing things again.
Yeah.
I'm back to completing things. Procrastination goes back to the responses of the fight, flight, or freeze response. And with the freeze, that turns into procrastination because we just don't know what to do. We just seemed overwhelmed with learning what to do. So through hypnosis, we're able to help folks kind of break through that and help them get back on track. So so procrastination is a big area that we can help with. Pain management, huge. We've spoken about pain management over the weeks that we've been talking. Pain management in the hospitals, helping folks pain. Hypnosis has been shown with extensive research to help folks when they're in the hospital and they're preparing for surgery. They've shown through research that a person that is preparing to go through surgery, there's anxiety, there's apprehension, there are fears involved with going under anesthesia, and will I survive the surgery, and will anything go wrong in the surgery, blah, blah, blah. And all of those are important thoughts, and they really weigh heavily in our minds. So by having hypnosis, it has been shown that the person has a better surgery, the surgery goes much smoother, and the healing process is much quicker, and the pain levels are much less by going through hypnosis prior to surgery. There's even been research in emergency rooms when people are coming in and they're in severe pain. There are techniques that a hypnotherapist can use to help people reduce their pain and their anxiety and their fears in the emergency room. And it makes their course in the emergency room go much quicker, much easier, and much more cooperation on all levels, especially if there's been a traumatic accident or a traumatic injury of some sort. People are coming in, they're anxious, they're in shock. And so with hypnosis, they've been shown to be able to show that in the emergency room, hypnosis does help to make the course of the emergency room visit go much better. Which is kind of interesting. Oh, what else? Hypochondria. Oh, I grew up in a household where there was hypochondria. That's kind of an interesting one, where again, it's helping folks to identify the knowns and helping their self-esteem, and helping them identify that what is the purpose of presenting illness? What is the secondary gain from that? And with a lot of folks, there is secondary gains by having hypochondria, because they're getting the attention. They're getting.
And just to identify if you're a hypochondriac, could you tell me what that is exactly?
That's where you think you're ill and you're not.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. That's where you think
over worrying, overthinking,
overthinking,
okay.
Like, oh my God, I've got some horrible illness, and the doctor keeps saying, you're fine. You're fine. And by presenting to the family and to friends that they've got some horrible illness, they're getting a secondary gain from that. And then through hypnosis, and there are times that we do want to bring in the psychologist and the psychiatrist, because there could be other issues involved with that. We're able to help the person identify the cause of it and help them work through it so that they can rid themselves of that need to be sick. What is it? The Munchausen syndrome, I think, where people are going to the hospital and thinking that or maybe I'm mistaking on that, or that's where a mother makes the child sick or something to that effect. So, hypnosis, hypnotherapy really has a viable place in working with folks that have a variety of issues: shame, abandonment, adopted children that were adopted in the 50s and the 60s. Their adoptions were secret and they were sealed. So there's a lot of questions around that, and the child feels abandoned. The child feels they just don't know who they are. Through hypnosis, we can help them kind of work through some of those solutions, work through some of those issues. I have a client now that wants to do past life regression. That's a big area where folks are interested in knowing about what was I in my previous life or the previous lives from that. I have a brother-in-law who says that in his previous life, he lived on another planet. I kind of looked at him like he was from another planet. I always thought he was, but now we confirm that. Bad joke. So that's a very interesting focus with hypnosis, is learning about your previous lives. And research has shown that it does happen. Now, with doing past life regression, you're not really going to see specific events. It's going to be glimpses. It's going to be shadows. You may see clothing. You may hear a name, or you may know a name. But when you do, that's where when you come back, that's where you want to verify it and check it. There have been several instances. There was a young boy who just knew everything about fighter jets, just knew everything about World War fighter jets. Come to find out, his past life was that he was a fighter jet pilot, and he was shot down in World War II.
Yeah.
And it was all verified.
Yeah.
So there are instances where that does occur. So it's just kind of interesting. So we're kind of all over the board, but hypnotherapy really does cover a huge area that we can help with. And through you can self-improvement. If you're wondering about what was I in a previous life?
Yeah.
Yeah. I went through that through previous life, and I just got a blank wall. I
It's okay.
didn't see anything. I didn't see anything. So, so some folks it does work with, some it doesn't. But public speaking is another area
Where it helped you.
where it helped me.
Yeah.
It helped me
And
tremendously.
that's what brought him into this field, for those of you that may not know.
That is.
Yeah.
Being a fear of public speaking did bring me into this field, and it introduced me to hypnosis and hypnotherapy, which then triggered the whole events of becoming a hypnotherapist. So there's just so many things that hypnotherapy can work with, and it is it's been researched. Dr. Mark P. Jensen, Dr. David Patterson, Dr. Kroger. These are just three of the huge research folks, scientists that did hypnotherapy and researched hypnotherapy in various areas and have brought it to the forefront. Dr. Kroger actually brought hypnosis into the operating room and was doing hypnosis instead of anesthesia. And the patients, they have videos of the patient just getting up off the operating room table after they're brought out of their hypnotic state and walk back to the room and not be in pain. So it's
just
miraculous.
but no, it's helpful.
It is helpful.
It works.
It is helpful. It does work. And I encourage everyone to seek out a hypnotherapist because they can help you in many different ways.
Great. And how do we reach out to you, darling?
Phone number 760-902-2274. I'll repeat that, 760-902-2274. My website is www.kevinrichardsontherapy.com. And you can reach me by email, and that is kevinrichardsontherapy@gmail.com.
Perfect. Well,
I'd
thank
be
you for
glad to
being
answer
here.
it. Oh, my pleasure. My
And there's
pleasure.
145 different ways that it works. I
It
thought we were going to go
does.
when you sent the notes. I'm
Yay!
like, are we going to read off every single one? Google it. It's out there. I was like, whoa.
It's out there. Google it. It's just
No, it's
sometimes
helpful.
we've just been
Yep.
so focused, but today I wanted to
Mhm.
kind of come out a little bit and just
Yeah.
kind of introduce other parts of hypnotherapy and introduce to folks. It does help in many different ways.
Yeah.
So if they're sitting at home and they're listening to this and they're like going, well, my kid wets the bed every night, hypnotherapy can help with that.
Yeah.
Or I'm angry, I'm getting angry and more angry and more angry. Hypnotherapy can help with that.
Yeah. Thank you, Kevin Richardson. We appreciate you here, and looking forward to, are we on next week?
We are. Yay!
All right, Kevin Richardson, always love having you here, and looking forward to the next time we speak. And I'm going to play this now. I'm doing, the radio side of things too. Stand by. Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers.
Day-to-day simple tasks can become pretty daunting.
I have to carry my chair up 2 flights of steps or have somebody do it for me.
What scares me the most is just the falling.
When I'm struggling with my house, I think, to have that one great barrier just knocked down, it's crucial.
Home for Our Troops is a wonderful nonprofit that builds a
Mortgage-free, fully adaptive, handicap-accessible house. And there's no catch.
It'll be our very first home that we've ever owned. This is a game changer.
This is where your life begins again.
We need you to join us in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Because of you, everything's going to be okay.